Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome,
Evening,
or good evening. I
wherever you're at,
apologize.
wherever you're at,
Yeah,
we cover the whole world.
it's somewhere. Whatever time it is, wherever you're at, good to that. Welcome to the Rumboyz Fantasy Sports Network. That you guys also check us out on rumboyz.com if you have not already. Fellas, you already know what we got to do. We got to start the show off. Cheers to me.
Cheers to you.
All the
All the
Rumboyz
boys
and girls,
and
what
girls,
it
what
do?
it do? Dilly
Dilly
dilly.
dilly.
Let's go.
Dilly dilly.
All righty.
Love the enthusiasm on the dilly.
Jordan, you better wake your ass up.
Sorry, y'all. I literally woke up like 5 minutes ago.
My
I've been
God.
asleep since like 3 o'clock.
Lame.
So,
That's good. It's Rumboyz After Dark, baby.
yes, we are about to go ahead and get into it. First off, what's up, Zach? What's up, Q Dog R? If you're new, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. BKB, I see you. Rumboyz Graphics, what is good? What is good? Make sure that you guys do share the stream as well if you haven't already.
Yeah.
Hey, so before we get started, should we tell them the news coming from the Rumboyz headquarters or what?
No. We will save that. We will save that until I formally talk to that man. Yeah, until I formally, talk to him myself, then yeah. So, first topic of the night. Hashtag Antonio Clown.
Oh, that shit's clever.
I love it. Here, actually, let me put this on the screen.
Drop me a hashtag for the man. Oh man, this will be good.
So,
Start.
hashtag Antonio Clown. All right. And the topic of discussion in regards to Antonio Brown is what should the Raiders and the NFL do about his behavior? We now know that he is going to be playing Monday against the Broncos. In all honesty, let's just kind of all go around the table and break down the situation. Jordan Love, let's get you away.
Okay.
No, let him go last then. No?
No, let's get him away.
All right.
Walk
So
the fucking jungle, kid.
I'm gonna start out this way. He needs to get cut. No other way around it. You're threatening to punch your GM in the face. That's your boss. Nah, there's just nothing else you can do about it. Situation's done. No respect on either side of the party there. He's gonna get suspended by the team soon enough, whether it's this week or next week. He's already been fined.
Give me a second. I'm ordering my food.
No shit.
Yeah. So he's gonna get suspended in the coming weeks. Mike Mayock's gonna find a way to get some of his money off, and then as soon as he finds a way to get some of that money off the books, as low as he can go, Antonio Brown's out of Oakland as soon as possible. He's just a
Cut,
clown.
no trade. Cut, no trade.
No one's gonna want him.
I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
Who's gonna give up a 4th-round pick for a guy that you don't even know is gonna play for your team after all the shenanigans he's put on in Oakland?
I know some teams that could use some receivers.
Right.
Multiple teams could use him. No one's gonna give up anything for him.
I'm with it. Just elaborate.
Let's see here.
All right. So
what's good, everybody? Make sure that you
we talking Antonio Brown?
Yeah, we are talking Antonio Clown. Everyone, make sure that you do spike the like if you have not already.
What up, I'm Sportscaster.
Make sure you guys share, spike the like and share the stream if you haven't already. Bobby, go ahead and tell us, let us know what you feel needs to happen in this Antonio Brown fiasco.
Thank you. Here's what the Raiders should do. This isn't what they're gonna do, but this is what they should do. They need to just cut ties with him right now, altogether, because it's literally not worth it. If the Steelers
He stopped to read it. Yeah,
you little shit.
Boy. Yeah, buddy. Oh, got him.
Hey, I'm gonna have more to say this weekend when I beat you too.
They should just cut ties with him. the Steelers, if the Steelers cut ties with him because they couldn't take it, that should tell you something. The guy's just a head case. It's one incident after another. It's how much can you take as an owner and a GM? Oh, it's going back. Good, thank you. No problem. Like you have to
the drive-through guy in the street. You want a future really quick?
Hey man, what do you think about Antonio Brown? Hey, ask him.
I'm telling you, man, it's you have to like the Raiders, like, they look like a fool in this situation. The Raiders look like absolute fools.
Okay.
For putting up with what the crap that he's put them through. The Steelers put up with a lot of stuff, and at some point they had enough.
What you got, Ty?
I mean, I don't think any of us are going to disagree on this. I mean, I cannot believe the dude is still has a job. I mean, absolutely the Raiders look ridiculous. I'm agreeing with Bobby on this one because, I mean, how do you let the dude pretty much do whatever the hell he wants and still get the opportunity to play? You know, I get that, you know, they said they were going to suspend him and he cleaned up his act, made an apology at camp and everything like that. But I mean,
I don't know if you guys have seen the apology, but it's half-assed.
Oh yeah, no, it is. It's not anything good. And honestly, I mean, I agree. I don't know how the dude still has a job. I think already after putting the letter of him being fined on Instagram, I think he should have already possibly lost his job. After this, I mean, I would have cut him right then and there. At this point, like, if anything else happens and the Raiders don't cut him, they're going to be the laughing stock of the NFL.
So first, before I begin my take, I agree with all three of you gentlemen. So I like that we're actually starting out with something that we agree with, because representing members of the media, representing members also of social media, it seems like that everyone feels this way. Everyone feels this way. To answer Conor Burke's question, yes, Bobby just hit a Wendy's.
What up, QC?
What's good,
Yes,
QC?
yes, I did.
Sportscaster. One thing that I want to kind of just go down the resume. I want to go down the resume of BS that Antonio Brown has not just put teams that he's been partnered with and been paired with through, but also fans. Yeah,
go to Harvard with that resume. Shit, man.
Harvard for fuckery.
Straight up.
First thing that I want to bring up. Remember that time that he dipped off in his sports car? What was it? The Porsche? No, I thought it was a Corvette.
Yeah. Oh, it was a Porsche.
The Porsche dipped off.
It was a Porsche that he was driving 100 miles an hour down that fucking road.
Yeah.
So there's number one. The live stream after the post game live stream in the locker room. That's two. When there's locker room talk happening, you keep your mouth closed.
What happens in the locker room?
He stays in the locker room. So going back to the first thing. The fact that you dipped out from a cop, it was reported, publicized by the news everywhere, and you got away with it scot-free. Oh God! Aside from those two incidents, you then turn on your team, you turn on your quarterback that you have praised for so long. Oh, I love Ben. I love catching passes from Ben. Ben. Oh, I love it, Coach Tomlin. Oh. Then all of a sudden, now you flip on them. That's like if one of us were all of a sudden, man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna take it a step further. That'd be like if one of y'all, man, fuck Robbie, man. What did Robbie ever do to y'all? Like, I just fucking gave you opportunity, bro. Like, come on, you know. So the list goes on and on and on. Then you get to this new team. You freeze your feet because you thought that you were Goku in the hyperbolic time chamber, and you didn't wear the right damn shoes, and you screwed yourself that way. Then it was the helmet. Get your little helmet wearing ass out there and go play. And now the Instagram letter. And here's the thing with Antonio Brown. You try and use social media to make us be on your side, but we're just laughing at you. It goes backwards. All it does is, with social media, after you hit a certain point and you reach a certain level, all that it really does is let people know who you really are. You know? Look, prime example, Ty. Ty is fairly private on social media outside of him posting Rumboyz stuff, you know, and sometimes I even have to be like, yo, go do it. You know, go get out there. Private person. He's a to himself person. As As much as he is extroverted, he is introverted. His social media tells you about himself before you even go on his pages. You know,
Hey, Robbie, the helmet thing was like, it's like everybody else is gonna have to wear the same helmet. So what are you bitching about?
see that, but that's why I went through the resume because see, you're going off the most recent thing. The second that he did that, the second he did that with the sports car, that was like where I was like, oh, this is about to get real bad real quick.
Well, here's why it makes him look really stupid. Because like you're saying, like, oh, I'm at a disadvantage with this helmet and all this and that, and it restricts my vision. You're not going to be at a disadvantage because everybody's going to be wearing the same goddamn helmet as you idiot.
Let me put it like this. Okay, and there's a reason why I knew that way back then. How many years ago was that incident? 3?
It's been a while.
About 3.5 years ago was that incident. That was my very first telltale sign that Antonio Brown was going to be a problem for whatever team he was with, or whatever, or whoever he was dealing with for the whole league. But let me know that is that he's so damn talented. He got away with evading law enforcement. Okay, he is so damn talented. He's so damn talented that the law would let him get away with it. It's like Floyd Mayweather, bro. He is so damn talented that his teacher passed him and passed him and passed him today again, and he's sitting there reading like today, motherfucker.
He's got to realize what his last chance is. Again, I mean, if you guys have ever seen, the first thing that honestly comes to my mind is the 30 for 30 on Randy Moss. I'm sure most of you guys have seen that. He had chances at multiple colleges, multiple schools, and his talent just kept him floating. And I've kind of realized it now as we watch Marshall play football right now. Like, how do you end up as Randy Moss? How do you end up at a college like that? Like, he realized, though, it was his last opportunity, and he took advantage of it and got him to the NFL. Antonio is now running down to his last chance. Will we see him flip it over and try and get himself together? Or is it too far off the tracks, which I'm going to say it's too far. I'm going to say it's too far already. He's
on top of that,
the only teams that are going to go for him if he gets cut, the only teams that are going to go for him are going to be the ones that are so desperate that they don't have a choice.
No, title contenders. Title contenders are going to make a push for him. He is legitimately a top 3, top 5 receiver in the NFL. No doubt.
I don't think the title contenders are going to make a push for him. The Saints don't deal with that type of BS. So there's a no.
Well, but think of a title contender that doesn't have a receiver.
Seattle.
Like, they don't need him because of Michael Thomas. Seattle, like, if you add
Seattle,
DK and then Pete Carroll is the guy to be like, fuck it, bring it.
Seattle has already seen a snippet out of their young guy of DK showing up with his shirt off to a fucking job interview. I doubt that they're about to bring on somebody that can be that impressionable on someone that has already done something like that. Like me, if I'm Pete Carroll and if I'm the Seattle Seahawks, I'm looking at that and I'm like, hell no. I'm not touching that with a 9-foot pole.
Listen, you have to stupidify yourself like Pete Carroll, because that you're talking about a dude who threw the ball on the half-yard line when you have Marshawn Lynch. So I don't put anything idiotic past that jackwagon.
Look, I
like that word.
I'm gonna close this out. I'm gonna close this out with cross-analyzing into another before we kind of segue out of this. And actually, damn, I kind of just forgot what I was about to say. I remember Lucy, but
doing so well. It was such a good.
Hold up. I was doing something when you guys were talking about the whole AB helmet situation.
Real quick, I'm with you though.
I gotta say this.
He's literally expended every chance that he had.
Speak. Love.
Go ahead, Jordan.
We're talking about the same helmet. Antonio Brown's complaining about not having the same helmet. He got 4 concussions.
He summed it up with his mic. We can't hear him.
I can hear you.
I can hear him. Yeah, you're good.
All right. Okay. So yeah, he got 4 concussions in that helmet in his years in.
Yeah. Enough. Shit.
Man got knocked out by Vontaze Burfict 2 times in his career.
That's the hit that is the reason all this is happening. That hit right there.
Exactly. So why are you complaining about having a helmet
the perfect hit years ago
got knocked out in?
Because I don't know if you guys remember that. Do you remember that hit, the perfect hit? Like,
Yeah.
he was out before he even hit the ground, like out cold.
Yeah. No, he was. He was. Again, that is the hit that started jarring things loose. So
I gotta agree with that. I gotta agree with that. Um,
yeah, what's our next topic? AB is just
getting
he's-
into our next topic of the night. Hashtag Zeke watch over.
Yeah.
How does this affect the future of the Cowboys?
Big time.
Go ahead.
Bobby, we'll let you go first.
Maybe we should go back.
Well, not only is it a that Zeke deal is a massive amount of money. It's a huge amount of money for a running back. So you basically other teams in the NFL are going to be pissed at you because you've literally reset the running back market with that one move. Now on top of that, on top
You
of that,
watching
right?
this motherfucker eat at the same time?
That's right. My big Italian ass can multitask.
It's
So
not enjoyable.
on top of that, so not only did you reset the running back market, right? By signing Zeke to all that money, you're severely limiting what you can do 3 years down the line. Like, you know damn well rookie contracts are 5 years. In 3 years from now, when LVE is asking for money and when Amari Cooper's contract is up and they're asking for money, what are you going to do there? Those are two huge components of your team. You're not going to be able to pay them because your money's going to be tied up in Zeke. So in my opinion, they've sacrificed the next 8 years for the first 3.
Bobby, your take was so fucking accurate, but so hard to enjoy.
I don't even think I paid any attention to what he just said. I think I missed.
I heard him. Like, I was following him.
I heard fries. I heard fries.
So,
But you know what I mean? So they and like you were talking to Raj, right? You were talking to Raj and you were saying, remember I asked him, is the window closing? Well, in my opinion, the Cowboys have literally just started a clock, a 3-year window. They got 3 years to win a title before it all comes crumbling down on them because of money and cap. They're going to be in cap hell.
I feel that. I feel that.
I don't think they're good enough to manage their money to actually compete after like 3 years. They're like I said, they just started a clock, a 3-year clock to win a title, and if they don't, they're in trouble. They're gonna I mean, there's a good possibility that in 3 years they drop back down to an 8-18.
J Lo.
Okay. I think I'm the only one that thinks this, but the only thing that I saw as like a huge market setter for this deal was the guaranteed money. He got 10 mil more, 5 mil more than Gurley, right? 5 mil more? Yeah, 5 mil more in guaranteed money and the length. That was it. Gurley's making 14.3 a year. Zeke's making 15. It's only 5 mil more, and it's again what Bobby's saying. It's the length. The teams are a lot different as well. Cowboys have an offensive line that they pay every year. Stacked offensive line, they put a ton of money into. I'm not even going to talk about Dak Prescott. They need to go draft a different quarterback. He needs to get out. Bye. You're delusional. Amari Cooper needs a contract. Their corner, Byron Jones, needs a contract. Leighton Vander Esch, he was a rookie this past year, so they got 4 years on him. Jalen Smith just got paid. Their whole team is coming up on contract, and paying Zeke this long-term deal just doesn't work. I think if they gave him a 3-year with, again, the 30 million in guaranteed and gave him the 15 million per year, he would have accepted it. But it's just the fact that Zeke put that pressure on them, and that's why he won. Zeke won this deal. The Cowboys lost.
Right. I found it kind of ironic that Dallas found it adequate to, after the whole jokes of Zeke who,
Right.
then to come out with this shirt
Jerry
with
Jones is
that to me that was so contradictory, especially for you as a leader. I actually want to break that down for a little bit. The NFL, between the last discussion that we just had involving Michael Mayock, and now the discussion that we're having with GMs, these are some of the worst examples of leaders that I've ever seen in my entire life. For anyone that is listening and watching, if you guys
Oh,
ever
dude,
end up
some of the owners are jokes. They're jokes.
exactly, if you guys ever end up becoming bosses, CEOs, supervisors, managers, I pray to God that you never run your companies the way that these two gentlemen have ran their teams in the past 2 days.
Okay, this is gonna sound bad, but I'm a Cardinals fan, so I gotta mention it. At least they're not getting drunk and driving.
damn.
I didn't know about that incident.
This motherfucker forgot.
What happened? Hold on.
Yeah, the a lot of people in the Cardinals organization, you saw it last year in Steve Keim, who's the GM. Now another high-ranking official in the organization. I think it was either the VP or the director of player personnel got suspended for six or 8 weeks after getting a DUI.
Wow.
Again, for the second year in a row, the Cardinals organization is handicapped off of their ownership making dumb decisions.
Wow. So see, guys, do not be like a lot of these higher ups in the NFL. I get they're only human, but wow. So that's one thing. Yeah, but that's one thing that I wanted to allude to. With this and included my take. That this is poor leadership, especially on the Cowboys' behalf. If you're gonna sit here, you're gonna make the jokes about Zeke, and talk about Zeke, who you're gonna boost up Tony Pollard's head, bring in Alfred Morris, boost up Alfred Morris. If that's gonna be the card that you're gonna play, then play that hand. Play the hand that you're being dealt. I felt like they didn't need to cave in for Zeke. I get the whole concept of, well, if you're Dallas, you need the all-time leading rusher in order to be successful, in order to get a Super Bowl. So I understand that half of it, but that half of it at the same time doesn't register up here.
That's a good point. I didn't think about the Tony Pollard situation. They were gassing him up all preseason. All preseason.
Hey, I'm home. Let me get out of here. I'll fire it up on my computer. So
Okay,
I
no
thought
worries,
you
no
were gonna
worries.
say give me 5 minutes to eat.
So I'll be back in a minute.
Oh, we already witnessed that, bro.
No, he's gonna get that better quality, that better camera quality. I like it.
No, I mean,
So that's how I feel.
I agree with it, like for sure. Like if you took the step to draft a running back, I mean, they were preparing to not have Zeke. And again, this is just showing that Jerry Jones has a mouth that he can't back up. Like how many times have we seen him say something and I'm gonna hold my ground. You're fired. Whoever that was. He's like, I'm gonna hold my ground. I don't care the situation. You kneel during the anthem, you're off the team. You don't want to sign, I'll get a new running back, whatever it is. Like he just can't back his own words up. And in regards to Zeke, again, I think Zeke is smart as hell for basically doing what Le'Veon wanted to do and doing it correctly. Zeke is smart for this. The Cowboys
Zeke is smart.
The Cowboys are the Cowboys for this.
Yep.
Like it's a usual Cowboy situation, and
I believe I know. Yeah, the man's has a number saved, bro. Jordan, I believe that you were breaking down kind of that defensive side of the ball in terms of the salary cap. I know that they have some young guys there, but I mean, don't you feel that this impacts them? I mean, especially a player of the level of Leighton Vander Esch. I actually want us to kind of key in on a player of that level on this defense.
He's fantastic. I don't care what team it is.
You can't tell me he's not going to be wanting that Von Miller style contract.
Okay, about that. Sean Lee's under contract this year, and it's either this year or next year he becomes a free agent. So if again Jerry Jones isn't Jerry Jones, that money can go right back into Leighton Vander Esch. Sean Lee's paid like a top 5 outside linebacker. Leighton Vander Esch last year played like a top 5 outside linebacker. So you can just transfer that money. I'm more worried about their defensive line. They just paid DeMarcus Lawrence big money. There's a ton of money wrapped up between their left tackle, center, right guard. They just paid La'el Collins, their right tackle, and DeMarcus Lawrence just got a $20 million per year contract.
It was big.
Yeah, Their number one corner, Byron Jones, is gone. They're losing either their number one corner or they are going to lose Amari Cooper. One of them is going to have to leave this season. And that instantly knocks them down. Instantly.
With the whole Zeke thing, I mean, I totally agree that in the next 3 to 5 years, like, they're in trouble. There's going to be a lot of people asking for money. But, like, my biggest thing is I feel like this is also just a shot at Dak. Like, yo, screw you. Like, I feel like the Jalen Smith
He was the next in line.
I feel like the Jalen Smith was a shot at Zeke. And then Jerry Jones was like, had a dream and was like, fuck, I can't win without Zeke. And then paid Zeke. And now, I mean, I guess we're going to see what he does. Like, again, he's one of the most random dudes in the NFL. Like,
I have to disagree. And after I dropped this, I want to then segue into a question that'll kind of wrap this all up with this particular topic. But because this is honestly,
I agree. I
like, you know, I don't like making Cowboys topics on our show, but this is one that's just fairly important. With all of this happening, and with this being all said and done, do you think that this team is throwing out that money is going to be able to get a Super Bowl within the next 3 to 5 years?
No.
I think they did it because they were scared. I think they watched some of the moves that the Eagles have made and have been watching the young talent that the Redskins will have in the next 3 to 5 years put together. And they're like, shit, if we don't have Zeke, what are we going to do? And this was just pretty much a panic situation. And they just hit the button and send a contract to Zeke. Again, if you're going to panic for somebody in the NFL, honestly, it's Zeke. It's okay. Zeke is okay. But that's why I think they did this type of situation. Again, they saw Philly making moves, and they were like, shit, like, we might not win the division this year. They see what the Redskins are doing. I mean, shit, the Giants, like, watching Daniel Jones in the preseason, they were probably like, I thought he would throw, like, 4 interceptions. I mean, I'm saying they're on a much less scale, but
right. I mean, but with the go along with your take, I mean, your take is actually perfect, you know, because with the NFC East, I mean, when have you ever seen a team repeat? I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
You're not gonna see that in that division, you know.
No.
So I agree. Yo, whoever the fuck is calling in, I swear to God, I will take my size 9.5 and stick it so far up your ass that it's gonna come out your mouth and I'm gonna brush your tongue with it.
That is the last thing I expected you to say.
Red Foreman, ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry, that's that military veteran in me, bro. The first time really quick before we get to the next topic, the first time a drill instructor said that to me, and like with a straight face, like he was really gonna do it, I kind of almost shit myself. Like, I was like, bro, that's kind of graphic.
That was
very graphic. Bobby, rapid fire. Do the Cowboys win a Super Bowl with this whole signing?
No.
Jordan Love.
No.
With this signing, 3 to 5 years, Cowboys get a Super Bowl. Yes or no?
No.
Okay, time out. Can I change the question? Like, can we just say playoffs? Like, win the division? Can we say win the division? Super Bowl is out of the picture. Do they win the division in the next 3 to 5 years because of the Zeke?
No.
The
Eagles are going to win the division for the next 2 to 3 years.
I'm actually, for all the Cowboys fans out there, I'm actually scared for what the team could look like in 3 years because they're going to lose a lot of talent because of that big contract. They're going to lose a lot of talent.
Not a lot. Just a few pieces. Again, this is more so they really could, but this is more on Jerry Jones. If Jerry Jones can be smart with money, if he can show that he can be an actual GM and not just throw out money to players that he thinks are decent and show some Cowboy loyalty.
But
again, if I'm going to pay the amount of money.
But Jerry Jones is a fucking idiot.
Exactly, and that's our point.
Next time that person calls in, I'm answering it.
Next.
Listen.
Don't say that. They're going to call in.
They're going to call in.
That. Perfect.
Next topic we have last night's recap, breakdowns, and reactions.
Why?
Packers versus the Bears.
Oh God, please let me start.
Everybody was wrong.
Let's let Jordan Love get his roster.
Everybody in here was wrong. JD, I'm sorry. Ty, I see the look on your face. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Robbie, you was there last night, so you don't care. I know. You don't care. I even called Adrian Amos revenge game.
You did.
I
You
called
did.
that. I called that. He got the game-winning pick. I
And
mean,
there was a play before that where Amos could have had a pick.
that as well. Again, the Packers are severely underrated going into this year. I said it all throughout the offseason, and nobody wanted to listen. The defense is much improved. We didn't even see Rashawn Gary yesterday.
I see you, Robbie.
Yeah, Rashawn Gary didn't even play yesterday, and that was their one of their two first-round picks. That team can be scary. And this is also, again, it's week 1, so I'm not going to take too much out of it. It's just the start of the season. But the offensive line played way worse than it's ever going to play this year. Aaron Rodgers that's probably going to be his worst game. Devontae Adams didn't play that well. Even though he got open, there was no time to get him the ball. The Bears took advantage of a bad Packers game, and the Packers somehow squeaked by through an awful Bears game. That's what it was. It was just a shaky start for both teams to the start of the year.
I actually want to let Ty go first
Damn.
or go second.
Damn.
Before we let you lay the fuck in, because you and I we're about to go on a tear, bro.
I'm gonna have to get up.
Me and Robbie are on the same page with this crap because this is enough, man. Go ahead, Ty.
I mean,
Your
dude,
homework.
I'm saying, like, honestly, it was a
He's not a homer.
It was a worse game for the Bears than it was a better game for the Packers. Like, straight up, I'm still thinking the Bears are fine. Like, I'm worried about our offense. I'm worried about the play. I'm worried about the play calling that went on.
The Bears are not fine.
Like,
The Bears are not fine.
I couldn't tell you how many times I yelled, "Run the ball," and Nagy just did not give a shit. And it doesn't matter. Why was Cordell Patterson in the backfield on 3rd and 1? Who the hell designed that play? And can we never do that again? So I don't have much to say. Y'all already know. Like, y'all already know what I'm gonna say about it, how I feel about it. So
Is that me?
fuck the Packers. Like, that's it. That's it.
Bobby, go ahead, enjoy yourself. You've been waiting for this all day.
Me? Oh my
Yeah.
Oh, the other Bobby.
Packers fans, you should be worried. If you guys play like that, if the Packers, if that pattern continues, right? That game was awful to watch. That was terrible. Offensively, the Bears are lucky that they have the defense they have, because that game could have been ugly if their D was not as good as it is. Like,
Hold on.
and for those of you who still
Whoever just called in, you're an idiot.
You're an
What's up, caller? Yeah, hung up. He knew I was about to let him know how much of a
Well
POS.
done. If you are on stream, you literally just ruined call-in shows, and they probably won't be happening again because of this shit.
Yes, call-in shows will never ever be happening again. The Skype account will be deactivated tomorrow morning.
Thank you for ruining call-in shows for the rest of the Rum fam.
Continue, Bobby.
Let's just get into it, like, right off the bat, man. For those of you guys who still believe in Mitch Trubisky, that he can be the guy in Chicago, like this, like the Trubisky truthers, it's like, come on, man. That was terrible. His biggest weaknesses have always been his ability to see the field.
Oh yeah, he had a read with Allen Robinson
Last night, which was wide open. Has always been a one read and then move on kind of guy. There were guys open last night. Yes, Ty. Yes, there was. I see you shaking your head and shit. There were guys open last night. Mitch.
There were. I'm not sitting here being like, yo, Trubisky had a great game. You guys are tripping. Like, he had a fucking terrible game. He had to have 2 good drives, and we'd have beat the Packers.
Hey, Trubisky cost you guys the NFC division game last year too, because he played like shit in that game too. Who's he saying that to?
What do you want, Turd? What do you want, Turd? You get to talk on air.
Who? Do,
It's Zach. It's Zach Banham.
yep, Banham.
Mods, handle that for me. The next time you see him in the chat, handle that for me.
Oh yeah, we're good. So Mitch Trubisky, ever since he got into the league, he has always been a one read and then move on kind of guy. And not only that, the Amos got that pick because Trubisky locked on. He was looking his direction the whole time.
Oh, yeah, he didn't look any other direction.
That's what I mean. He's a one read and then he's a one read guy. He cannot go through the proper progression. And don't tell me that offensive line isn't good enough to give him the time he needs. The center and both guards are elite blockers. They are very the anchor of that line, the center and the two guards are very good. He has plenty of time. He just can't do it. He can't. The one of the turning points of the game for me that literally just clicked. I had to turn the game off for 5 minutes because I couldn't even. Yeah. When it was 3rd and 1, and Cordero Patterson is in the backfield and he gets stuffed 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and you have a fresh David Montgomery sitting on the sidelines with his hands on his hips, like, what is going on? I was like, yeah, fuck this game, and just shut up.
Davis should have one job on this team. That play. Mike Davis has one job on this team, and it's that play. And
hold up. How about that?
And I don't know why. Like this year to me for Mitch Trubisky. If I'm Chicago and I don't see significant growth as a quarterback, because that's what when you go through the progressions and when you go through the years in this league, you learn as you go. And he literally is the same person this year as he was the last game they played last year in the divisional round. He's the same person. Like, nothing has changed. It's so like I'm so done with him. Like he is what he is, and nothing is going to change. Like, Chicago needs to move. If Chicago even had an average to above average quarterback, they would be in the Super Bowl with that. That is a Super Bowl caliber defense.
Yeah,
we find out next week. We find out next week. The Packers might have an improved defense, but he's now next week going against an elite defense, and we're going to see how it does.
This is me and Robbie. Me and Robbie were talking about this off air. The Bears' schedule this year is brutal when it comes to defenses. They got to play the Saints. They got to play the Vikings. They got to play their schedule this year when it comes to like top 15 defenses is brutal. They could literally go from a 12-4 team last year. I think they were 12-4, right? They could go from 12-4 last year to 6-10 this year easily because of the strength of schedule.
Yeah. Sorry, Ty. Ty.
Look at their schedule. They could go. They could go from 12-4 to 6-10.
No, we broke it down. We took all the so let me just now I'm finally gonna get to go. Steven, DM me on Twitter at Rumboyz spelled with a Z. If you want to come on the show, we could discuss it, maybe get you on next week. So what I want to go ahead and put out there into the atmosphere is, well, it was leading off from where Bobby just stated, is yes, Ty, 6-10 can very well be fucking possible. You guys being the biggest story of the biggest fall off from where you were at last year to this year, that headline could be very well possible.
We broke the schedule down.
I get that we broke the schedule down to start the year. Off-season breakdowns versus what happens in season between once we actually start watching and actually start seeing, those are two totally different things, bro. Like, let's face it. There's a difference between a take flipping and a take being proven completely the fuck wrong. And I think that this is one of those times where, Ty, you yourself, for the breakdown of what you did, the breakdown that you did against Adam Rank, your fellow Bears fan from NFL Network, I pray to God that I, you know what I want, Adam? Adam, here's what I want. I want you to feature Ty on NFL Network, I want you both to grab a box of fucking tissues together, sit there and coddle each other and cry together. And just, it's okay, it's okay. It's not okay.
We find out week 3, dog.
It's not okay.
We find out week
3. Yeah, we find out week 3, and you know that you're going to Bama boys, Ty. Listen, I'm bringing in. I know that it's week 1 to go along with what J Lo said, so I'm not going to read too much into it. I'm gonna try and not read too much into it.
Hey, Robbie. You know what the Redskins game is in week 3? You know what the Redskins game is in week 3 for
Let me beat you to it.
No, let's. It's
a quarterback.
It's a trap game. It's a total trap game because they're going to underestimate the Skins, and the Skins could very easily punch them in the mouth.
Very.
I got a question.
That's a little far.
It could, Jayla, but it's not completely out of the. It's not completely out of the question.
No, that's a little far.
Am I allowed to tell you guys are not making the Super Bowl?
Yes,
not making
you are.
I'm out.
That makes great content.
Perfect.
Yes, eat him alive.
Perfect. I picked the Steelers to win it already. So perfect.
Perfect. Look, I'm not saying that you guys can't I'm not saying that you cannot turn it around. I'm saying based off that performance,
if the trend continues that way.
And when you look at your schedule, if you're a Bears fan, you gotta be shitting bricks right now. Like, you just lost to the Packers with a ragtag wide receiver core.
You guys don't have to tell me. There's a pile of bricks in my living room. Like, it's.
The Bears offense made the Packers defense look like the goddamn steel curtain. Like, it made it look like a world beater. The Packers defense and Mike Pettin running the defense is not that good.
I don't understand the hate for the Packers on this channel.
I'm not hating on the Packers.
Okay, the defense isn't bad though.
The Bears made the Packers look like a Super Bowl contender, and it's not even close.
No, they didn't. The Packers looked awful. The Packers looked awful.
Stop it. Yeah, Bobby, you get muted. You get muted for that.
Oh my Lord.
Okay, look.
Neither of these teams. Hold on. Neither of these teams are or after last night, neither of these teams looked like Super Bowl contenders. Okay, Aaron Rodgers did not look like a bad man. All right, listen. What disappointed me the most about there's 2 things that disappointed me, 3 things that disappointed me the most about the Bears' loss last night. Not running the ball enough and utilizing the personnel to run the ball when they chose to run the ball that they should have. That irked the hell out of me. You stopped running. You stopped giving touches to a guy that was averaging 4.5 yards a carry.
Absolutely. Yep.
The Bears are 2 and 3 in week 5. Then you can get at me.
Yes.
Until then, leave me alone.
Oh, I'm gonna get at you every week, so don't worry about that.
Hang on. That's step 1. Step 2. The Bears defense did look good. The Packers defense, despite Amos getting that interception at the end, did not do a goddamn thing to impress me because Trubisky looked more worse than what the defense looked good. I'm just going to be honest. That defense looked bland. I was not impressed by any of the schemes that were called. Now, another thing for the Bears, you guys lost to an offense that did not audible once. The only reason why the Bears lost that game is because Mitchell Trubisky, or I'm not even going to say Mitchell Trubisky. I'm going to blame this on the offensive line, and I'll blame this on the coaching of Matt Nagy, because Trubisky didn't really have too much to do with those 3 in a row delayed games. Like, I'm sorry, three delayed games in a row. At that point, it's not on the quarterback. That's on the coach.
3 straight holding penalties too.
Yeah,
like
first and 40.
Like I said last time on my stream, I can't remember the last time in NFL history, and myself as an analyst, that I have called a 2nd and 40, a 1st and 40.
A 3rd and 40.
So,
okay,
we are done with that topic.
Yeah, we're not even going to talk about those refs, though.
Don't worry.
Oh, they were terrible, JD. Terrible.
Hey,
JD?
after week 1,
I mean, J-Lo. My bad. I'm looking at JD in the chat.
After week 1 is free reign for all of our teams. By the way, shout out to our Oakland Raiders writer, Fuji. Shout out to the homie Fuji right there. Dilly, bro. He just dropped a new piece. That should be on the website probably within the next couple of minutes to an hour. But you guys can definitely go and check out that piece. I hope that you guys do. Next topic here that we're going to get into. Is it necessary for the NFL to schedule divisional games in week 1? Now, I actually want to start this one off. After last night's showing, aside from look, it's first off, it's week 1. No team is really coming out and showing all their looks. Like that's just not going to be a thing. Okay? So we realistically don't know what these two teams are really going to do throughout the course of the season. You know, the Bears didn't play any of their starters during the preseason, so on and so forth. We know the whole tale of the tape. Not only with that, though, and why I say that we should not have divisional games in week 1, this is a higher risk for players to get injured. Don't sit here and say that, oh, we need to find a way to keep our superstars healthy so we can keep our ratings up. We get the injuries will happen, but we want to keep as many of them healthy as we can. But then you put them in the most tough situation to open up the season, and now you got guys getting hurt. I say
what that is, though? That's simply a money play.
I get it.
It's asses in seats.
Right.
But if you want to put asses in seats, or if you need to line up divisional games, then do it with the lesser tier teams. You know.
But lesser tier teams don't bring ratings.
They don't bring ratings. You know what does bring ratings? You know what does bring ratings? I know for a fact that everyone is going to go and watch Steelers Patriots Monday night. You know why?
Sunday night.
Or I'm sorry, Sunday night. You know why? It's because it's a damn good matchup.
Because I'm going to be there, fucker. That's why.
You know, I feel that if your concern is boosting ratings and if your concern is keeping asses in seats, go for good matchups during week 1. Week 3, week 4, then start tossing them some divisional matchups.
Robbie, the NFL's a business, and they're in it to make money. They don't give a shit how, like they're in it to make money. They're gonna put what they think are the marquee matchups, to watch, in the first couple of weeks, so they can actually, it's just a ploy to kick the season off, man. It's all a money play. It's all money.
Yeah.
Money and ratings. That's all they're looking for. They don't care how they get it, but they're looking for money and ratings.
I mean,
I'm totally on that side. So go ahead, J-Lo, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, when the schedules were released, the first game we saw was, the season opener is the Bears versus Packers. Everybody lost their mind. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Biggest game of the year. Oh my God. Oh, whoa. No, you don't ever start off a season with the divisional game. Teams don't know who they are. Teams don't have the best personnel. Teams don't know what to bring. It's just not smart. Does it make money? Yes. Of course it's going to. The NFL is going to make money.
Marquee divisional matchups should be saved for week 4, 3 to 4.
I'm even later than that. Like, I'm a fan of the Eagles' schedule this year. They have, to end the year, their 4 last games are division games.
But they're opening up with divisional games.
They are?
They don't play, and they open up with divisional games. Then
yes, I hear what they do. They open up with divisional.
My bad. I thought their first division game was week 8.
No, they play us the week 1.
Week 1. And then they don't have another division game till week 7.
You see, so I mean, I'm just saying, I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of it. Like you just mentioned, teams don't know who each other are. They don't know what personnel to line up. I like the eye.
They're too important to games.
Let's be honest, right? Let's be honest. The first 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, teams are still determining who the starters are going to be.
This motherfucker's talking without any type of FaceTime right now. You're really not on air, Bobby. But you're right.
I'm totally disagreeing with all of you guys.
I don't think you guys want to see me eat this damn cheeseburger live. So that's
you're looking for the best game in football. How many people in this world predicted a 3-10 game? 0. If this game was a 27-24 game, a good game, everyone would be like, bro, like, fuck yeah, Bears Packers to start the season. That was it. Like, you want to see rivals go against each other. Like, am I the only one who still enjoys a good rivalry these days? You guys said that teams don't know each other. What team do the Bears know the best, the most? The Packers. What team do the Packers know the best, the most?
And we saw,
The
we saw certain looks of those two teams knowing each other, in a way. But at the same time, we also saw in ways. I feel like I saw more ways to where this team doesn't even know itself, or either this team doesn't know itself. I saw a combination of this team doesn't know itself and this team doesn't know the other team. And that's why I feel like we had such a low scoring game. Aside from it being a tough defensive matchup, aside from Aaron Rodgers being 8-3, well now 9-3 in opening season openers, despite 193 times throughout the course of history that these two teams face each other, all of that and then for them to open up the NFL 100 season, I get all the marketing. Believe me, I'm a businessman. But you're looking at upfront from the NFL standpoint, from a business standpoint, you're looking at upfront income because you're selling those upfront tickets because the season opener, so on and so forth, versus I can get the residual income if I just do a really good matchup. It's gonna go re-air. People are gonna go back rewatch, especially if it's a high scoring. How many times did you go back and rewatch Chiefs Rams last year? I rewatched that shit 3-4 different times.
Okay, but depending on who it is, you're going to anyways. How many people are going to watch the Bears and Chiefs play? How many people are going to watch the Bears Cowboys? Bears. Eagles,
I mean, I get it.
Patriots, Bears. Like, there are games along the season. You want to start with a bang. Like, what is your first impression of the 100th season? Bears Packers. Like, that's it. If Thursday would have been Steelers Patriots, it would have been as good. I get that's not a division matchup, but like, they're rivals. I mean,
but the Steelers and the Patriots. People watch because we hate each other.
Because the Bears and Packers hate each other, so you want to watch it. Division rivals make sense.
It stopped being a rivalry when Trubisky arrived. Aaron Rodgers owns this bitch ass.
That was whack. That was a whack take, Bobby.
I'm backing out. That was
Trubisky. You do realize that Trubisky did pass for 3,000 plus yards last year.
That was my take.
Like, I just want to make sure I let that be known.
Bobby, you can't appreciate a rival because the Dolphins somehow managed to beat you guys, and that's just like not okay. Like, out of all people, he is the guy I expected to say something because they have rivals. Like,
oh no, we have the rivalry. We have the rivalry. You know what? And before I even get into the rivalry, I just want to say, everyone go support Blackout King 5 on Twitch. But before you go support him, fuck the Cowboys. And make sure you go in his Twitch chat and you tell him that Rumboyz said fuck the Cowboys. Yeah, we have real rivalries. Like, y'all's rivalries, like,
we're back on this. Oh my god.
Y'all are second. We're first. Cowboys Redskins first.
No.
Cowboys Redskins is the biggest rivalry in history. Cowboys Redskins is the biggest rivalry in sports.
Whoa.
Red Sox. Biggest rivalry in sports.
Over Yankees Red Sox? Come on.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yankees Red Sox.
Okay, Cowboys Redskins second. I'll take Yankees Red Sox first. Cowboys Redskins. Celtics Lakers.
Celtics Lakers. Duh.
Bears Packers.
Oh, this is gotta be so good.
What is it, Ray?
My bad. Also, if I'm like looking at my computer a lot, I have an online class that I'm working on right now. So.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. Next topic here, and then we have two more to go. Will Melvin Gordon ever play?
Can I start this one?
Go ahead, J-Lo.
Yeah.
Okay. I've seen a couple things about this thing saying he's rumored to go to the Packers and how Aaron Jones did not look good yesterday, but again, it was against the Bears. I've seen the Ravens have tried to make moves. The Eagles have tried to make moves. Melvin Gordon, his camp is trying so hard to get him out of Los Angeles. They're working on it, and it's more so, are the Chargers going to lower their price to get something for him, or are they just going to push him out to the end of the year because he's going to be a free agent and he's
What are they asking? What are they asking?
What I saw was that the Eagles sent Jordan Howard in a 5, and the Chargers had none of that. They said no way. They want a 1 and a 4. They wanted a one.
You know what it would have taken. You know what it would have taken to get him to the Eagles? Jordan Howard and a 2. That's what it
Jordan Howard and a 2 would have sealed that.
Yeah, I don't think they want it back though. I mean, at this point, I kind of feel like they're fine with Austin Eckler and Justin Jackson. So maybe they upgrade a different part of their team. Their offensive line isn't the best. I mean, we saw that. Maybe they can get a filler for Derwin James because he's out for 3 months.
You know who my team who I think they're gonna get him to is if I was the Chargers, I would fleece Miami. I would say I want your
no for their price tag. They want a 1 and a 4. The only
listen. Screw the 4. Screw the 4th rounder. Just say Miami. I want your 1st round pick.
They're not going to do it.
No way, Bob. God,
listen, Miami's stupid enough to do that. Miami is stupid enough to do that.
Miami is stupid enough to do that, but at the same time, I don't see Miami do that. Plus, Miami just got rid of Tunsil and Kenny Stills. They're going to be looking to try and rebuild through the draft. So Miami's not making that deal, strategically speaking.
Miami is stupid enough to do that. They are dumb enough to do that. That team and that ownership group are dumb enough to do that.
I'm not buying that. I will go ahead and go out and go on a limb.
Or how about Tampa Bay? Tampa Bay's the one that could use them.
From what I'm hearing, they're high on Ronald Jones. Like they're
Tampa Bay could the Buccaneers could absolutely use him.
No, from what I'm seeing, they think Ronald Jones is going to be their feature back by next year.
That's what they think. I'm higher on Peyton Barber, but
so would you take? Here's my question though: would you take Jones or Gordon?
For the contract Gordon wants and the value I have to give up, I'm sticking with Ronald Jones.
I think that gap is closer than you think.
It is. Okay.
Gordon needs to go to a title contender who is willing to give up their 1st round pick, knowing that if they add a running back like that, they will put them over
which
the top.
is exactly why
the fucking Texans.
That's true. That's true. Oh wow, Ty, good call. Good call.
The Texans could make the move. They have no capital. They have no capital.
No, but if you're trading straight up asset for asset and no money involved, then the Texans absolutely do make sense. The Texans absolutely make sense. If you're trading a straight asset for asset, like Ty, that makes sense. Texans, that's a good call.
They make sense because of salary cap.
Yeah, but
the Texans don't have their next 2 firsts. They don't have a 3rd. They don't have a 4th. They have no draft picks to give up for this. The number one thing that the Chargers want is draft picks for this because they know they're not going to get a top-tier running back or a top-tier player. They want picks. That's something that the Texans don't have. It's the only thing they don't have to make moves. It makes sense.
What if they ate Gordon? What if they just ate the whole contract and all the money that goes with it?
That would be the only way the Texans could get Gordon.
That's what I'm saying. If the Texans said to the Chargers, "We will eat the whole contract, the guaranteed money. We will eat all that money."
Oh, hold up!
So it comes off the books because then Gordon's contract and his money will come off the Chargers' books.
I like this a lot. Who just said in the chat? What about Atlanta?
That could work, and Atlanta's got cap space too.
I like that a lot.
Devontae Freeman is still their guy. I understand he probably shouldn't be their guy.
Devontae Freeman is a head case, literally.
And he's gonna be hurt. He's gonna be hurt. There's no doubt in it. But like, he's still their featured back. Like they're not without Tevin Coleman. Devontae Freeman is their guy. Like,
I'm about to blow everyone's mind.
And let's be honest, right? Let's be honest, right? One good hit could end Freeman's career. Yeah, not only his season, but his career. He's had like 5 concussions, I think.
What I think the Colts, they got some cap space that they can work with.
No.
If they wanted to go and get him, tank the rest of the season, go turn around, get Trevor Lawrence, that could be a thing.
He's not coming out this year for the 5th time.
Oh, yeah, Trevor Lawrence isn't coming out this year. You're right.
I'm gonna start putting a nickel in a jar every time you say that, and I swear to God, I'll be rich by the end of the year. I swear.
He's not coming out this year?
Somebody says Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah, I say it like every stream it looks like. Yeah, no, people forget this. Trevor Lawrence is so good. that he's a true sophomore. People think he's a junior.
But see that it's crazy though because Lawrence is.
Don't give me that look. You know he's one of the most talented quarterbacks to
Lawrence
play
is
as a true freshman. Ever.
No, Lawrence is this good, and he's that young. So give him another year and a half to progress. He'll be when he enters the draft, he's going to be the most NFL ready quarterback out of all of them.
So does Melvin Gordon play?
This season, it's a 50-50 shot whether he sits the whole season out. It could go.
This is contingent on what the Chargers want.
Really quick, Rumboyz Central. Bobby's take can't make sense just because of where those teams are at, and when we look at the money and everything like that, that just can't. It can't be
stupid. I'm sorry, they're not giving up that first round pick. They can't. Maybe the Texans' first round pick. Maybe that's iffy.
And even if he did make its way to Miami,
he's gonna get hurt.
No, Miami has no offensive line. Miami's offensive line is the worst one in football.
49ers are fine with Coleman and Breida. They don't need Gordon. They wouldn't do that.
I think Miami accepted they already made a dumbass trade last year, and they're not trying to do that again accidentally.
Trying to make themselves look like a fool again.
I'm gonna go ahead and say after we've literally broken this all down, he doesn't play this year.
I think he does. Surprisingly, I think that the Chargers. No, this is my thing. I think that the Chargers have the best roster in the NFL. I'm a firm believer in that. I think they literally, through thick and thin, they have the best team. What's going to happen is since they don't have Melvin Gordon, Austin Eckler and Justin Jackson are going to be okay, but they're going to realize, hey, we're good enough to make a championship run, so they're going to lower their price on Melvin Gordon, get a piece that's going to make them better, and they're going to make a trade around week 6 or 7.
Like what if they said and they're going
to lower it to that?
What if they let Gordon go for two seconds and a third?
No one's offering that.
But that's you're talking about lowering their asking price for Gordon. What if they let him go for 2 seconds and a third?
Okay, name me a team that's going to give that up.
Especially if they're high seconds. Then it makes
name a team that's paying that. Name a team that's giving that. Nobody.
We'll have to see.
Hey, what about the Bengals? What about the Bengals?
Joe Mixon.
You're fired.
No, but you could move.
Halo look upset. I want to do the same thing, but I have to exit that way.
I forgot about Mixon. That was my bad.
That's what I'm saying. There are not a lot of title contenders that don't already have a running back.
I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Jordan Love won this whole debate. He had all the facts. He had it all right. Bobby,
how does all that information fit in that little brain of yours, bro?
That's why he's a writer, bro.
You got such a big body and a big head, but you ain't got it in yours.
NFL game of the week. What do you guys think the NFL game of the week is going to be? Hi, Boogie, you go fucking first. Practice one out. I'll be right back.
I'm most excited for Monday.
Oh my god.
There's only one game on Sunday night. Everyone's going to watch the Patriots play the Steelers, but I'm excited for Texans Saints.
If one of you don't okay, you said Texans Saints.
I'm most excited for Texans Saints.
Yeah. I have 2 games. I'm going to go Titans Browns and the Cardinals and Lions. Not saying that because I'm a Cardinals fan. I'm saying that because it's Kyler Murray's debut and it's Cliff Kingsbury's debut as well. We're going to see a high-powered offense. At least that's what we're expecting. Go up against a very good defense. This is a very good challenge for the Lions and the Cardinals to see how they match up against literally the rest of the NFL. As for the Lions, not the Lions. As for the why am I spacing? The Browns game. That's Baker Mayfield's second year. We're going to see how he meshes with Odell Beckham and Jarvis Landry. And I think that because of Jacoby Brissett being the starting quarterback in Indianapolis, that's the Titans' division. That is their division to win. I'm lower on the Texans. I'm lower on the Texans than most people. That is their division to win. The Titans have no holes because they got that backup quarterback, and I think Marcus Mariota can finally prove to stay healthy because this is his contract year.
No, I think J-Love, I think the Texans take that division. The one
I
thing that worries me is the Texans D could fall off slightly, not by a lot, but
Your
it could
corners,
fall
your
off a
corners
little
are going to
You're
fall off
making
a lot.
offensive moves. You're
No, no,
losing
no.
pieces of your to make offensive moves.
No, I know. I'm just saying. Ty, I agree.
Okay, and their starting running back is Duke Johnson still.
See, I think Johnson will have a good year. I think Duke Johnson will have a pretty good year with the Texans because now that he actually has an offensive line,
Subpar at best.
yeah, but it's still better than where he was at.
Oh, yeah, he wasn't getting any touches.
But that's what I mean. I think he'll, if they use him situationally the way they should, he should produce pretty good numbers.
Maybe.
Okay, so the game of the week for you, Bobby. I mean, Patriots Steelers, like, right?
Duh.
I don't. So the Pats and Steelers are going to be a good one, but the Texans Saints is going to be a good one too. That's going to be.
Talk about Minnesota, Atlanta.
I was going to say that. I think that's going to be a very good game as well.
No, I think Minnesota is going to take Atlanta to school.
Okay, you need to stop talking. Oh my god!
I don't think Atlanta's going to be good this year. I don't think Atlanta.
What game are you fucks breaking down?
I hate you, Bobby.
I don't think Atlanta's going to be good this year.
Atlanta, Minnesota's
in that division.
He said Atlanta, Minnesota's gonna be a terrible game.
No, I said I said Atlanta's gonna get taken to school by Minnesota.
Mute him,
especially with a healthy Dalvin Cook.
Mute him now.
Everyone go. Robbie, say yours so we can.
My game of the week, despite me not being a fan of divisional games, I like the combination of what I'm about to say with what Jordan Love said. It's week one. None of us know what any of these teams look like. I want to see how the Redskins look. I know that we are probably going to lose, but I am excited. This is my personal game of the week. The whole point is for you to pick personal games of the week that you are most excited for. I'm excited for that one because it's completely fucking unpredictable. And I learned that last night that I mean, I already knew that it's unpredictable, but I learned that last night that in week one, it's unpredictable. So I'm gonna go with that, and it also calls that double-edged sword with my previous take. So I want that to be controversial. So that's what I'm going with, and I want people to hate me. So do it.
I'm telling you, Atlanta. You're more mad than what Bobby. Robbie, timestamp this and mark it down. Atlanta's not going to be good this year.
Okay, Atlanta is at minimum
winning. Atlanta's not going to be good this year.
Atlanta's at minimum winning 10 games this year.
No. Nope. What position will Atlanta be in their division?
First.
You guys have the Saints not winning the division.
I don't.
No, they'll be second or third.
No,
they're going to be second or third.
No, I'm going with the Falcons. I'm going with the
Saints are with J Love. Go to bed. The Saints are winning that.
You're going to tell me to go to bed. You just forgot Joe Mixon was a starting running back.
Well, he's on the Bengals. People forget the Bengals. They suck.
I don't care.
Football. You're in 5 leagues.
The point of that question is they come second. They'll probably beat the Panthers out, and if they don't beat the Bucs,
they're third. The Panthers are going to be better than the Falcons.
Shut up.
Next question, please.
The Panthers have Luke Kuechly and CMC. They don't have anybody else on that team.
Before we get into the next question, I have 2 things. First things first.
Robbie's going to fire me by the end of the night.
I'm gonna.
You make really good content, so it's all good. You're
right.
like Antonio Brown. You're saved. You do stupid shit and you're saved.
Oh my God, Mike Mayock. My dude is Mike Mayock.
His job. AP doesn't even show the fuck up to work. At least my guy shows the fuck up to work. So before I get into the next and final topic of the night, I do just want to make sure everyone knows. Check us out on Rumboyz.com this Sunday. Straight up commercial free. Well, YouTube, you're probably going to get ads because that's what YouTube does. But 8 hours, NFL Rum Zone. It is going down. All the games that we just mentioned, we're going to be talking about and debating during that time. Who knows? Maybe these fuckers will call in and drop some knowledge on you guys. But before we get into the last topic, cheers to me.
Here's you.
All the Rumboyz and girls, what it do? Dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly. Hold on a second.
I love how I came into the stream an hour ago, but now I'm like wide awake because of what Bobby just said.
Hell yeah, I feel that. So our final topic of discussion tonight actually does not come. It's
Julio?
no. It
need to
does.
talk
It
about
comes
that.
from a unique source. So if any of you guys that have ESPN Plus or recently caught up with the most recent episode of The Shop, Kevin Hart, Maverick Carter, Kevin Love, CJ McCollum, and a bunch of other fucking people, Charlemagne the God, they were all on it. I didn't catch last night's episode, but the Breakfast Club where they were talking about it, where Charlemagne God hosts, and the topic of discussion is there a GOAT gene? Is there a such thing as a GOAT gene?
Nah.
No.
Now here's what. All right,
That's work
I
ethic.
want to hear the no side first. So he shook his head first. I'll go. Then we'll go Jordan Love, then Bobby.
We were talking about this earlier, Robbie.
Yeah.
So there's been plenty of kids in all sports that have come from parents of people in the sport before. Like, I mean, the reason you're bringing this up is obviously being in the shop. LeBron and Bronny will be the first opportunity to see that.
No, but okay.
Like, I mean, dude, like, what are Michael Jordan kids doing? I'm sorry, but like, they didn't get much basketball talent. I mean, like, we see again, even just people that are in the NBA that look at Tim Hardaway. Look at Tim Hardaway. Like, I mean, it's not hereditary. It's, I mean, yes, LeBron can teach his kid to work hard, have the ethics that he does, you know, train like he does, eat like he does, do things like that that are hardworking things to make you the GOAT or the next generation GOAT. But that's on the parent to do that. It's not a gene that falls. It's on the parent to bring your prodigy up, I guess, in a way. It's not a gene that falls in your body that you just like wake up and you're like, I'm the next fucking MJ. Or
so here's where I am going to disagree. Okay.
Oh, J Love, I just read that.
J Love.
Again,
That was
the
great.
best people of that generation have not produced.
Jayla.
That's why I said let me not say that.
Great.
See, I went nice about it.
So what I'm gonna say is, so what I'm gonna state is, I feel that there is a GOAT gene. Now, with some of the examples that you mentioned, and even Jordan Love mentioned, genes can skip generations. Okay, I feel like this is a specific genetic code that somehow, I don't know how it's sorted out.
Wait a minute. This man going biology on us saying we got recessive and dominant genes in here.
We do have recessive and dominant genes. Look at my mom and look at my daddy. God damn it. But you know what I'm
I know, and then you. So what happened? You must be the skip.
No, hey,
That was fucking funny.
Hey, that was funny, but
That's a little bit touchy. That's your boss.
What Vodka Drinker just said, that's what happened to me. I was bred through an environment. So what I'm trying to state, though, I do believe that there is a GOAT gene, because you take a player like, and I'm going to use the example that was used on the show. You take a player like Kevin Love. You were on the same team as LeBron. You know, you're about a 17, 22 point per game type of guy by yourself when you're on your own team. But the second that you get around somebody that has that GOAT status, you are in the same gym as them. You are putting in the same hours as them. You are at the same practice. You are eating the same nutrition, but you're still not the GOAT. Even when you're on your own team, you are still not the GOAT. There is a certain, I believe, you break down Tom Brady, you break down Joe Montana, you break down Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant has spoken on the specific thing himself. There is something in him that makes him different. You want to take it to entrepreneurs. There are certain entrepreneurs that just work harder than certain entrepreneurs. You want to take it to artists.
Okay, so time out. Hold on.
There is
I thought we were talking about passing genes, not randomly in the world of universe. All of a sudden, like bam, Zion Williams.
no. We are talking about the GOAT gene. We are talking about the genetic code. Is like, do you believe that there is something that makes these people that make it in the Hall of Fame and make it so great that make them win fucking 6 Super Bowls?
Oh, okay, then yeah, there is a GOAT in the history of life. And
No,
there's something
no. Do
different
you
of them.
believe that there is something embedded? There is a specific genetic code in each and every one that there is something different.
Do I think LeBron is genetically different than everybody?
Jordan Love.
Okay. I'm going to attack this from no, there is not. It's something called work ethic and having parents that are just going to push you. That's what that is. You're raised in an environment, and that environment affects you. That's literally all it is. Coming from the bottom, from a place where a lot of athletes come from, having nothing growing up, knowing that, hey, if I do this, I'm going to get out of this place, so let me do everything in my power to get there. And then once they get there, they realize, hey, let me be even better than what I am now. And then that hunger just doesn't stop. I don't think there's a gene. It's more so, let me take advantage of this.
Bobby.
See, J Love made a lot of points that me and you talked about off cam, but you combined what J Love said, like that drive and that ability to want to be better and better, and then you combine it with a work ethic and like a natural given athletic ability. So you put J Love's work ethic and attitude with a natural athletic ability, like a God-given gene, just through genetics, God-given athletic ability. You combine the two, and I think that's how you get those greats. Like, because Tom Brady had natural ability to play quarterback, right? You combine.
Tom Brady had adversity.
You combined that, but he played Michigan. He played at Michigan, right? If you're good enough to get drafted into the NFL, you have some God-given talent. But what really sets Tom Brady apart, especially now that some of that God-given talent is dwindling, is what J Love said, his attitude, his work ethic, that the guy is maniacal, his drive to be better. It's a combination of things to come together, and that's what makes that
exactly my point.
That GOAT status. That's what makes them the GOATs.
That's not a gene in your
See,
DNA.
I feel like
it is. It's part. Genetics are part of it.
That's getting the athletic ability.
I feel like there is something. Like there is something, because I keep showing Vodka Drinker's comment, because what happened, what Vodka Drinker explains at the end is so important. Like, genes can't skip a generation. Michael Jordan's son DeAndre is not as great or not as prolific as we all thought. Like, honestly, the fucking kid sucks. Now, does some of that come from maybe having a spoiled background? My dad sells no more shoes. My dad has all these rings. Da 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 da. Like, sure, maybe some of that is with like dad. But at the same time, I mean, like, there was something that made Michael so great. Like, Michael didn't necessarily like grow up in like a poverty-stricken environment or anything like that. It was something in his genetic makeup, that made him want to go and get it. Kobe, it was something that made in his genetic makeup that made him want to go and get it. Brady,
it's genetics are part of it, but they're not the whole thing. They're definitely part of it though, because you have to. Genetics are the building block. You have to start somewhere. Then the attitude, that J-Lo talked about starts.
The genetic side of this is: can you play basketball if you are 5'4" and have whatever? Even if I could jump out of the gym,
that's what I mean.
My dad probably could have been in most sports. Like 5'4", you probably got a hard time going. If you're Zion, you're genetically built at bigger than any and everybody. Yes. Could Zion?
That's why I say it's a combination of both. That's why.
Exactly.
But Zion could be built. You know how many people in the world? Fuck the U.S. You know how many people in the world are built to play basketball? Are 7'1" and just massive and have no type of dedication to want to learn to play basketball, want to learn the fundamentals, want to learn to get into the gym. There are millions. I guarantee it to you.
I just
How
thought of
many
a perfect
people are
example of this, right?
lightning fast and
I
can
just thought of a
burn
perfect
Tyreek
example.
Hill.
What's the 7'7" kid's name?
So-
That's in high
So
school.
we're
I just
So-
thought of a perfect example of this, right? Taco Fall. Taco Fall has the genetic makeup to be a good center in the NBA, but he's just not the
Dude,
the mentality just isn't there.
It's the people above you telling you what is good. Shaquille O'Neal as a parent is like, yo, look, you're gonna be bred the right way. Sharif, I promise you, because you're my son, you're gonna be bred the right way. I'm gonna teach you what's good. You have all seen the Snapchat of LeBron where his son is out in the
5
front
a.m.
yard at 5 a.m. That is LeBron telling his son, and his son being like, I want to be like my dad. Michael Jordan, what is his biggest inspiration? Do not fuck this up. His dad.
His
His
dad.
dad. Whether
yeah.
it's for baseball or for basketball, he knew he wanted to do something. And you see, his inspiration even led him to play baseball for a little bit. And he was like, man, you know what? Like, I wanted to make him happy. I wanted to do this. Like, it is the inspiration above you.
so
I agree. You have to be bred the right way. If you're too small to play, I'm sorry, you're too small. If you're awkwardly on your feet, you can't play. But that is the only genetic side of it.
So me and you agree. Me and you agree. It's a mesh of everything. It's a mesh of the attitude, the mental and physical part of the game. You have to
so
mesh
there's
them all together.
nothing there's nothing that so we're because sometimes this what is now known as the GOAT gene was previously early in the early 1990s and 2000s was known as the warrior gene. So we are stating that we are not in belief of there being a warrior gene or a GOAT gene.
Not that passes through
It's a building
Not-
block. It's a building
not that
block.
passes
It's
through
a
family. Like, I
starting.
don't think LeBron is just all of a sudden going to give his genes to his son. I think LeBron gives his smarts, his work ethic, and the fact that his dad is breeding his son.
Exactly.
Like, that is why he will be good. There are
Yeah.
other parents that your son is going to be in sports. Yes or no? Absolutely. Don't tell me no.
Yeah, he has no choice.
And
You
you're
are
gonna
gonna
help coach him.
Teach him
You're going to.
everything you know. Breed the
Right.
kid.
For me,
well.
it's gonna be more important, and I guess where how I take like to go a little from what you say, where I take the GOAT gene or warrior gene, for me, yeah, I'm gonna put him in sports, but it's gonna be more important that he understands, things like economics. He understands things like business investments. He's super smart.
Okay, but think about what we're doing. This is the same thing as basketball. If we were playing basketball, you'd be like, yo, listen, you gotta fucking learn to shoot. Let's do this now.
Yeah.
Here's a basketball. You're 2 months old. Here's a basketball. Instead, you're in front of a camera. You're running a business. Hey, son, let me teach you some things. It's the same thing.
Hey, slap yourself. Slap yourself said, look at the comment. It's perfect. Lindsay was undersized, but the work ethic and the drive for that dude to do what he does, it drives him.
Muggsy Bogues was that guy.
And again, honestly, my dad just made the most perfect point. He just texted me and said, you have to have a love for the sport. You have to grow up enjoying the sport.
Yeah.
Again, I get genetics are a part of it. Like if you want to be a lineman, you probably got to be bred at 6'3".
Yeah.
Like that.
You have to have the size to do that.
You have to enjoy the sport and want to play it at 5 in the freaking morning in the front yard when you're probably being yelled at by your parents. I mean, you're LeBron, so you're not being yelled at, but like, you know what I mean? Like you have to have a love and a passion for the sport, and
because professional sports, there's no stopping. It's 300 days a year that you're living, eating, sleeping, and breathing what you do. 300 days a year.
Polo. I just wanted to say that because I thought it'd be great.
Really quick, I just want to point out, I really wanted like Nick Howard to be in here. This discussion did exactly what I wanted to, and I'm so fucking happy because it's turned out way better.
Because it's right up Nick's alley.
It's right up Nick Howard's alley. I like that your dad has chimed in, so we've gotten that parental aspect of it as well. Us two as parents, we've given our 2 cents.
The greats have even listened to any great in their sport talk. It's they never say it's one thing. It's a combination a combination of things that led them to be as good as they are. It's always a combination of things. Like it's never just one.
And again, it's hard work and it is dedication. Again, you can be bred to be 6'3", but if you're not in the gym, gaining weight, trying to do it, learning how to make basketball moves,
Better yourself. How to
like
better
that,
yourself.
you're gonna be a 6'3" skinny what the hell ever. Like who cares? You know what I mean?
Wow.
That's terrible.
The last time you slap yourself,
What's the opposite of the GOAT gene? Because that's what he got.
The bum gene.
Village idiot. So we're
Shout
all
out
in
to Stephen A.
agreement.
The village idiot.
So here's how I'm gonna wrap this up. So we all agreed that it's about your hard work and your dedication, right?
Yeah.
From this day forward, there's no GOAT gene. We already know that we're all goats, but we gonna go out there and we're gonna perform like it, and we're gonna become the best thing that ever fucking happened to the sports industry. Correct?
Facts.
Facts.
Fact.
All right.
Facts.
We got to talk about this Julio Jones situation now. We have to.
I'll let you talk about that Julio Jones situation. J Love, go ahead.
J-Love, the floor
All right.
is yours.
Yeah. So for anybody that didn't hear, if you've been sleeping under a rock, basically, Julio Jones is not going to play this weekend because it's Friday night. We have no news of any contract talks going on. Julio Jones is right now sitting on. He's going to make 9.6 this year, guaranteed. He has a $13.5 million cap hit, and in 2015 he signed a 5-year, $71 million contract extension. Basically, Julio Jones is getting paid like a below average receiver. He wants to get paid like he is the number one receiver. He's on that DeAndre Hopkins type of level. He's proved it. He's shown it. And everybody treats him like that, except for his team. He's not getting paid like it. His contract needs to be up to scale, and the Falcons don't want to pay him.
What is he making right now, J-Love?
I just said he's making 9.6 guaranteed this year.
Yeah.
That's it.
I was gonna call it 10. I was like, it's like 10 mil.
It's 9.6.
Wow.
Yeah, he wants.
That's bad.
Let me look up DeAndre Hopkins extension.
My only freaking comment on this is I am honestly disappointed in Julio. At the beginning of the season, if you guys remember, he said,
Okay.
I'm not worried about a contract. My team and my owners will get it done. And here we are not getting it done.
And I said then that they won't get it done.
But this goes back to my take earlier. This goes back to my take earlier about owners and poor fucking leadership.
Okay.
You know,
And
I'm sorry to bring it back to that, but if you're if I have confidence,
J-Love, what do you think? 15
Okay.
for Julio?
Okay, so
That's being a man of your word. That's
Okay,
him trusting
so-
Atlanta office and them not being a man of their word, knowing they have one of the best receivers in the league. Him expecting and showing up to training camp, not pulling an Antonio, and all of a sudden they don't do it.
pepperoni.
He's allowed
Okay.
to do it.
So
He's allowed
let's look at it from this angle. In your opinion, who's the number? Let's go through our top 5. Number 1 receiver in the NFL, D-Hop, easy.
Yeah,
D-Hop.
fact.
Everybody's gonna agree with that.
Julio, Michael
Who's your number
Thomas,
2?
Odell, Tyreek Hill.
Okay,
Mike,
I agree.
It's
I agree with
between
that.
number 2 is between Michael Thomas and Julio.
Michael Thomas, and then Julio is 3. Okay, so we all know that Mike Thomas has got $100 million per year, or not per year, $100 million. DeAndre Hopkins, who's universally the number 1 by most people that know anything, gets 5 years, 81. So basically, what we're saying is he should get paid $15 million. He should.
I'm not disagreeing.
12
I'm not disagreeing.
to 15.
Not 12
So-
to 15. No, 15 minimum. 15 minimum.
He deserves the money. He deserves the money. And again, the type of person he is to do what he did at the beginning of the year. Again, I think this is a little childish opinion. The first time we
No,
heard
it's not
something like
childish at
this out
all.
of-
No. This is on the organization.
This is
Julio
on
Jones
Atlanta.
said,
No, you're
I
right.
wanna
No,
stay
J-Love,
here.
absolutely
Let me-
right. This is
let
on
me-
Atlanta.
Let me chill out. I'm gonna put my work in. I'm gonna be a good teammate. I'm gonna be here. Let my management and the organization handle what needs to be done. And they didn't do it. That is on the ownership. That is on his team. That is on
That
them.
is that. Hey,
Julio
that's
Jones
Dan
is
Quinn.
going to get paid.
That's Dan Quinn and Arthur Blank. Those two morons. They know what they have. They should pay him.
When have you? So here's what I want to state. When have you guys ever in the day of almost now a year of us doing this? You know, a lot of us been working together a little bit less. When have you ever shown up a day and I haven't you vested me and I haven't taken care of what you need? Anyone? When have you ever not have taken care of what you need? Right?
It's leadership, Robbie. You're right. It's leaders. It's the owners. They don't give a shit.
It's having your word, dude. Like if he is willing to come to practice, unlike all of these running backs who are just being
They should
divas,
pay him. They should absolutely.
Bro,
Yep.
they
Bro.
need to understand he's a real dude.
But to go along with what you just said, it's exactly that. Your word as an owner is to take care of your people. Now, that comes with some caveats. As long as if your people are taking care of you, those better be the first motherfuckers you go and you take care of. The first ones. There were defensive deals made. There were defensive deals made during the offseason for Atlanta for players that I feel that should have not have gotten money before Julio. You should have first locked down Julio before you started going to sign.
Let's be honest. Who were the two players? Who were the two players on Atlanta that deserve to be paid before anybody?
Deion Jones and Julio Jones.
No, be careful because I'm going defensively.
Deion Jones and Julio Jones.
Yes. No, absolutely. The two guys who have been the most loyal to the team.
Deion got paid.
I don't think Deion did. I thought
he did not, Robbie. No, he didn't.
I don't think so.
No, he didn't.
I don't think so.
Neither one of them got paid.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
No.
Yeah.
He got paid in July. He got a 4-year, $57 million contract with 34 guaranteed.
Damn, I'm good.
What's the other dude? Fucking Neal?
Keanu Neal. I'll look it up right now. I swear he got an extension.
But so let's be honest. How loyal has Julio been to the Falcons over the years? He doesn't.
Yeah, we should not. Yeah, we shouldn't even.
This is a full agreement. Dude.
Yeah,
no. But that's what I mean. This is why it's so just ass backwards and stupid. The guy's been one of the most loyal guys to that organization, and you're not going to give him what he deserves.
And the thing about Julio Jones is, just like DeAndre Hopkins, he's not a worry off of the field.
Off of the field.
He's on it.
That's why I'm about to say what I'm about to say because I'm gonna ruffle some feathers. A lot of old school feathers. T.O. once had a holdout, and T.O. got paid, and T.O. is a fucking head case. You mean to tell me a calm, cool, collective guy like Julio can't get paid? Julio, if you're watching, or if any one of your representatives are watching, I already know that people watch our shit.
We've been told that people watch our stuff.
Yeah, we've been told that people watch our stuff. If any one of your representatives are watching, please begin your holdout, sir. And I will never, ever, ever make a piece saying that I am mad at you. None of this staff will make a piece of that.
Here's the thing: if any player had an absolute 100% right to hold out, it's Julio Jones.
Well, listen, I agree, but in my mind, Julio is not in Antonio Brown. Do I think Antonio Brown will come out and probably ball because he gets his way? Julio, in my mind, is the kind of guy who says, "You're not going to pay me. I'm going to play week 1. I'm going to put up 2 touchdowns in a buck 70.
Buck 70. Yeah, but the thing is,
no one but me, and then I'm holding out.
I'm with that. Good.
The thing is,
like, dude, that's Julio. That's Julio. That's motherfucking Julio. Ball out and then sit down and say,
"Hey,
I will take my check. Where's the pen?"
My thing is, I want to think the same thing, but he's done that for the past few years and he hasn't gotten a contract.
Yeah, he's
done it.
For it now, though. They knew that they could hold out. He's in line.
He's in line for it now. Okay, but the thing is, teams. This is why people are starting to hold out now. They're realizing that teams are starting to take advantage of players that put in the work, that are there 24/7. That's why people are holding out, to realize that, hey, I'm valuable to this organization, so treat me like it. And I think that's what Julio Jones is trying to prove to this team. You're not going to push me around anymore. I'm not just some guy. I am Julio Jones, and I am a top 3 receiver in the NFL, and you're going to treat me like it.
No, J-Love's right. J-Love's right because he's just not a guy in Atlanta. He's
the guy.
in Atlanta.
He's the face of Atlanta. They
Yeah.
pay him, dude. I think this is going to be a situation where
If
there's not a crowd
okay,
that they
if Arthur Blank does not
Ty.
play Julio Jones,
Ty.
if Arthur Blank does not play Julio Jones, he's stupid. He's
Okay.
stupid.
Ty, you want to know how I think I'm right about this? Because as soon as Julio Jones put on this pressure on, I think it was Thursday, you have the head coach saying they're going to get a deal done by Sunday, and you have the owner saying they're going to get a deal done by Sunday, meaning that they're starting to realize that he's starting to push back, and they're not going to let that happen.
I'm literally totally agreeing with you. They sign him. They get it done. I don't care what it is. Again, the cool thing about Julio is I feel like he's another guy of his word. He says he will be there. He expects them to be men of multiple guys, but men of their word, and they weren't to start the season. So
Did you guys ever watch the mic'd up stuff from the Super Bowl when the Pats played Atlanta?
Yeah.
Look at if you haven't, go and watch the conversations between Sanu and Julio Jones.
Why aren't we running the ball?
Because Sanu is on multiple occasions he was saying, we have this in the bag, we're going to beat these guys. And Julio looks at him and goes, bro, they're the fucking Patriots. We're not writing anything off.
Right. Dude, Julio is a quality receiver. He is one of the top receivers that absolutely deserves his money and is quiet about his money. He's not an Odell. He's not like
we all agree. We all agree.
That's fucking
Nick, yes, hit me up an hour before we go live next Friday. And we can get you on. We can definitely bring you on. Next Friday, we're going down as always.
He got paid?
Antonio Brown posts video containing phone call with John Gruden from this week.
Robbie just threw his phone.
He's cut.
I'm not talking about it. Fuck this.
He's cut.
That's it, bro.
Everyone, please head to Hold on. Everyone, please head to our Twitter. We will have that up for you. At Rumboyz spelled with a Z, N-E-T, so that you guys can take a look at that.
He's cut.
Robbie just threw his phone.
He's cut. He's got to be.
Because I'm tired of fucking reporting this motherfucker, bro. I've been reporting this man for a whole fucking year, Bobby. If I'm still reporting Antonio Brown news come my year anniversary of this company, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna have a fucking heart attack. I'm gonna have a meltdown.
Then let's turn this. Let's take 2 minutes and just, bro. If they do not cut him, they are stupid.
He turned a conversation with the coach into a Nike ad.
Yeah,
J-Love, are you looking at this?
Yes.
Ty's playing it right now. Ty's playing it. I can hear it.
Are you looking at this? Look at what he did, bro. He is so fired. He is so fired. Robbie, look at this.
I am. Hang on.
Like, bro, what are you?
I'm getting the Twitter update now. I'm getting the Twitter update right now.
For those of you who are
Antonio Brown is clinically stupid. I'm sorry. No.
Vontez,
you are under duress this whole time, and now you're going to come out and do this.
Vontez Burfict knocked his CTE loose.
Oh, Kiko Alonso part 2.
Kiko Alonso.
Hashtag Antonio Clown.
Bro.
J-Love, did you watch that?
Yeah, I watched it. I'm sitting here in shock. Hey, what's up, coach? What's going on?
Listen.
Okay.
Listen, if they do not cut ties with Antonio Brown, they are stupid.
I'll tell you why right now.
They're stupid.
They won't.
Then I will laugh. Then I will laugh in the Raiders' face.
So, in this video just posted by Antonio Brown on Instagram, it is quite literally a phone call with John Gruden calling him. And I mean, John Gruden sounds very down in the dumps that he does not have his receiver. He basically is saying, just play football, dude. You are a great football player. Please just play football. And Antonio says, I am more than a football player. I'm a man. This is my life. And all Gruden is saying is, dude, you're a great football player. I brought you here for a reason. You're one of my favorites. And Antonio even asks after Gruden asks. Gruden goes, do you want to be a Raider or not? And Antonio goes, I've wanted to be a Raider since day one. Do you want me to be a Raider? So take that as you want. If Antonio is just looking at this phone call backwards, but Gruden is pleading to his receiver.
Play it live for everyone. We're gonna go ahead and play this live for everyone.
Play it live. Play the audio live. Yeah, play it live.
Because it's not copyrighted because it's on his Insta.
Turn that volume up.
Hey, Vince. Hello. Yo, what's up, Coach? What the hell's going on, man? There's a villain all over the news, man.
Is Antonio all right? He didn't behave like this before he started getting this money. There's something wrong with
Antonio Brown has been an absolute embarrassment. I feel like it's just the most misunderstood fucking human being in my entire life. I mean, I brought you here because you're my favorite guy I've ever seen. I don't know where you are in your life right now, Austin. All I know is you got a lot of things going on. There's a lot of people that have an opinion about you. And whether it be good or bad, you're in the spotlight all the time. I guess this, do you want to be a Raider or not? I've been trying to be a Raider since day one. I've been fucking working my ass off out of here. I don't know why it's a question of me being a Raider. Like, you guys want me to be a Raider. These sounds of shit. Play football. I'm hard as that. You're basically
Huh?
I'm more than a football player, man. I'm a real person. It ain't about the football. I know how to do that. I'll show you guys that in the day. This is my life. Ain't no more game.
Robbie,
Again, take that as you want.
embarrassing, bro.
Take
That
as you
is
want.
fucking embarrassing.
Right now,
I don't know if this is fake or not, but I'm seeing stuff on Twitter about Antonio Brown getting cut.
Yeah, I started seeing that too.
I don't know if they're calling for his release or if they're saying. I saw something that said he got cut.
People are calling for his cut. Fellas.
No, Robbie, I'm seeing stuff that says he's getting cut.
Yeah, I'm seeing stuff that he's getting cut.
That he's in the process of getting cut right now.
All right, fellas. It looks like I know that we did just get done with a very, very long. For everyone that's still watching, you're probably about to win some stuff behind the scenes, and this is what it takes to run our company.
Robbie, there's reports out there that they're literally cutting him right now in the process.
I know. I'm seeing it, fellas. For the next 24 hours, everyone on staff is on AB watch. I know that you guys did just work. Zeke watch. I'm sorry. It's back on the clock for everyone, which means that we are definitely going to end this stream.
He's getting cut. He's getting cut.
Robbie, you should read. So he's getting cut. There's no way he's staying on this.
I know that, but we have to be able to make sure that we're able to report official word. You know how we do on this channel. We got to get it when it's good. So let's go ahead.
Let's put the word out right now. If you guys hear something at 3 a.m. and you're up, shoot it to us.
I'll be up.
Yo, hey, do you want to see something fucked up? Look at that. Read that. Fucking, he's like, I love my position. Hey, Rumboyz Graphics, you actually now have assignment. Get that ABB and cut thumbnail ready for me.
He should just put AB on a boat and just have it sail away.
Sail away, yo. Fuck. Yo, tonight was supposed to be chill. We were not supposed to get no work tonight. So y'all want to go ahead and do this stuff that we usually do it then?
Hold on.
Here, Ty, you want to run out and grab us too? Please? This nigga said no and then got up. All right, cool. So Rumboyz graphics is on that thumbnail. We will have that ready to go.
Just put a pirate hat on him and just have him steering the ship away.
Yo, with the mustache, with the fucking Hulk Hogan mustache.
Oh my God.
Hulk Hogan blonde mustache.
Can we make it a GIF? Can we make it a GIF with his head going like steering a fucking pirate wheel? Oh man.
He's just on the steering wheel, like.
Okay, so it's just gonna be me. No worries.
Okay, yeah.
What do you got, J-Love? You got anything?
I'm seeing two things. More Antonio Brown is being cut, and also that Mike Mayock is kind of looking at resigning.
Oh my God.
J-Love, are you
Slap yourself, hit him up on Twitter.
No, J-Love, you're right. This says this. I'm looking at two things that say Mayock considering
Retirement.
Resigning. Yep. That's a fact.
I'm gonna go smoke some fucking weed, man. I can't do it. This is yo, Antonio Brown, you stressed me out.
Yo, Robbie, you messed up, bro.
What did you read?
We're live on YouTube.
I know. No, me, I know.
They can't do anything like that. They're fine.
Bro, I just saw something on Twitter when I refreshed the page. It says you can't tell me Antonio Brown doesn't have CTE.
J-Love, follow me on Twitter. Yo, y'all see this? This man works for me. He works for us and doesn't fucking follow me on Twitter.
I do follow you on Twitter.
You do? I'm about to feel dumb.
He does. I think he does.
I do.
He does, yeah.
Hold on.
You
Look
moron.
it up.
Yeah, it's a pleasure having you on.
Hey, Dragon's Butterfly just stopped in.
What up, Drag?
Oh my God, breaking news. Antonio Brown doesn't plan to play. No, duh. He's not playing after that.
This is bad. Jordan Love, shoot me a tweet.
So bottom line, you guys, there's news coming tonight. If not tonight, for sure, first thing in the morning. Like, no doubt.
No, somebody is gonna fucking wake up as soon as their alarm cuts off, and they're gonna drop a piece. It's probably not gonna be him.
Well, definitely not.
He said, "I'm not saying no alarm."
It's definitely not his.
Look, no, you should be trying to beat. You should go pull Julio Jones and try and beat my expectations.
Get this right. Antonio Brown posts bizarre highlight produced video on Instagram, and Raiders management severely unhappy.
I'm unhappy. I'm tired of covering him for the last year. We've been doing this shit since October 10th with the same fucking person. We've made a living off Antonio Brown.
I'm tired of watching.
Antonio Brown may be cut within the next 24 hours.
Hi. Let's go to end the stream. Let's go to end the stream so that everyone can get their fucking rest. I have a feeling that somebody's waking up in the middle of the night or early as fuck.
Wait a minute. It's Friday. I'm not sleeping. I'll be on this.
Yeah, I'm about to go downstairs and take a few more shots. Oh shit! Someone said because he's a new TO. Right when I said that.
Oh, that's a messed up comparison, but so true.
It's not. He's the new TO.
It's
bro.
so true.
He's the new TO.
So we signed off. Hold on. All right, let's go.
Cheers to me.
Cheers to
you.
Cheers to you. All the Rum boys and girls.
What it do? Dilly.
Later, y'all.
Oh my God.
Y'all got news dropping tonight. Keep the notice on. Be ready for it. If not, for sure, first thing in the morning if we don't hear from it.
Oh, Nick, whoa.
Gruden thinks the video is awesome.
Well, what's he going to say? What's Gruden going to be like? I fucking hate it. Like, they just tried to fix it. Gruden has nothing
If I was Gruden, I'd be like, you do not just use me for a publicity stunt.
Well, no, if you think about it, Gruden had to sign off on being in it.
Nah, it's Antonio Brown.
It's Antonio Brown. He
No way Mayock signed off on putting that letter on Instagram.
Yeah, there's no way.
All right, y'all. AB news probably dropping later. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
almost positive.
It's coming. It's
I'm
coming.
almost positive.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Everybody's saying CTE to blame for Antonio Brown's bizarre behavior.
Montez perfect. His own teammate to blame.
Make sure you guys hit up rumboys.com for the update.
Oh, Robbie, I'm emailing you this. Please check your email in a second.
I got you.
Run it.
Y'all know what's good. Dilly dilly. We're out of here.
Later, y'all.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Peace.